Welcome back. I'm Pete, and you're watching the Custom Car Channel. But we're going to work on a Bobcat today, and it's going to be awesome. Since this one's a Silverado, maybe you guys could just call me the Silverado man. Hey guys, welcome back. I got a 2016 Chevy 1500, and it's the Silverado. They brought it to the right place. But anyways, customer complaint, the check engine light is flashing. The little squiggly traction light thing is on, and it runs like poo, and it's got some noises. Said it rattles, shakes, and everything. So anyways, I put the scanner on it, and I drove it in. It has a P0300. Let's see if we can narrow that down to which cylinder it is. I just popped the hood. I haven't even opened it. It's only got 19,995 miles, I think. It's like brand new. And I think these are some big, I don't know if they're 20s, but they're big. I don't even know if I can lift this up, but yeah, I'll lift it up. All right, let's go inside. I think I'll just bring you guys over like this. So yeah, it's got a couple other codes too, but nothing that I'm gonna worry about. So I think some of them will go away once we get the misfire detected. See, what happens is the engine sensor, gets its code, and then it sends a message to all them other modules and says, I'm not happy, I'm not feeling good, I'm pretty sick. Why don't you guys shut down too? And I think that's a terrible strategy, but that's what they do. So let's go into this computer, and we'll see if there's any kind of a misfire graphic or any data or engine balance test. There's got to be something. Okay, so I found some misfire data. I just select it all. Oh, cylinder number 1's good. Number 7 is not good. Alright, so it looks like our problem's on cylinder number 7. Alright, so that's the information I need for right now. Let's go out underneath the hood and find number 7 and see if we can figure anything out. Look at all that chrome. And she's even got a black bow tie. Is that factory? I think it is. She's pretty compact in there. So number 7 is going to be the last one on that side. I just know this. So it's pretty warm, and it's hot right here, so I'm not really wanting to stick my hand down in there too bad. I'm just trying to determine what we should do. I don't see nothing visually. The coils are kind of covered up, but I can get to them. I think I need to pull the wire off the plug is how my spark tester works, and I think we should go for that first. I can't see the injectors, so yeah, I can't see any injectors. They got to be underneath that ram. Maybe it's got, I don't know what it's got, if it's direct injected or if it's got both. I suppose I'm going to have to see if I can get that spark plug wire off. So is anybody making any bets what's wrong with it yet? At 20,000? Alright, let me see if I can get some kind of tool in there and we'll wiggle that off of there. I don't know, maybe I can get through the wheel well? I could if it was out. I'm gonna get some gloves. Oh, that's way down in there. Alright, I was able to get it off no problem using my angled needle nose. Alright, let's put a spark tester on there. Okay, so right down there by the dipstick and in between the steering shaft and the dipstick, watch down there, I'm going to go start it up. I guess that tells the story. There's no spark on that cylinder. Why is there no spark? I do not know yet. Let me go clear the codes, and then we'll see if that does anything. Okay, I went and cleared the codes. We still do not have any spark. That's just a little reflection there. Okay, it's either got to be coil or coil control. Number 7's still counting on the misfire. I'm gonna go shut back off. Easiest thing to do is to switch that coil with a different one on there, on that cylinder. I do have one of these. It's out of an older Chevy. I did try it to see if it plugs in, and it does. I don't know if that's a wise thing to do without looking up a diagram. But let's just swap it, see what happens, and see if that mist changes. I gotta figure out how to get that cover off of there. It's been a while, and I haven't done very many of these. So it looks like it's just gonna pop off there. The oil looks good. She's kind of tight in the back. Now they don't look the same as my coil. They don't look the same, but I believe they would be the same. I think let's just swap it with number 3. Ooh, them bolts are a little toasty. Let's get moving here. My fingers are burning. The guy took it for a drive because he thought it might come out of it. after I found out that that's what he did, I told him that wasn't a good idea. Because when the light's flashing, that means it's missing bad. It doesn't want you to mean stop. And if you drive it too long with the light flashing and missing, it could damage the catalytic converters. All right, I believe we're ready. So you guys watch for the spark, will you? I'll go start this thing out. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Let's see if this changed to number 3. She doesn't want to communicate anymore. It is still missing. You can see the engine shaking. This misfire data is under data stream. Maybe it just takes that long, huh? By that time our catalytic converters are going to be shot. It says cylinder number 7 still misfiring. Well, that's because it's probably fouled. And it's not reading any misfires on cylinder 3. Oh, that's interesting also. Okay, so cylinder number 3 is hitting. It's not a coil. But as to why 7 is sparking now, I don't know. It's got fire, but it don't hit. Alright, let's pull that plug out. And after that, I don't know what we'll do. I was on the live stream the other day at Jeffro's garage and fab, and they were talking about ratchets, and I don't know, nobody ever said what's my favorite ratchet, and my first one is the Stanley, and she's the extendable. I don't know how many teeth she has, but she's a good old ratchet. And then my next favorite ratchet to use is this Napa. So it's a Napa. It's Napa brand NB40. So I don't know, this guy. That sounds like it's got more teeth. I don't know. This ratchet has just been awesome for me. I've had it for like 20 years now. I'm just guessing somewhere in there. I love this ratchet. And I don't use it all the time just because I love it. So, if I ever lost this ratchet, I wouldn't be able to fix cars anymore, I'll tell you that. So let's get rid of the spark tester. And I don't know what we'll try. Maybe we'll try a swivel one and a long extension. Okay, I'm on it. What? I don't like that. I'm on it there, but I don't know. That might be too much of an angle. I got it. think I'm going to get the air gun and blow that off a little bit. I didn't blow it off. I think that would be a good idea. I don't have enough money to buy this truck, so I'm going to be safe about things. Hey, I need to go and got my other little ratchet. This is my third favorite. It's a little Mac stubby. Yeah, I've had this one forever too. The plug don't look bad. It's an AC Delco. Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong. It is wet. I don't know if it could have failed. I suppose the next thing is to do a compression test. Let me see if I can figure out how to disable the injectors. No, we could probably do a clear or a flood mode. Let's just do that. I'm gonna go see if I can find the compression gauge. I found it. It was right where it should have been. I got it started in there. Okay, let me move you guys so you guys can see that. Alright, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to hold the gas pedal all the way to the floor. And I'm going to try to crank it over, I don't know, 4 revolutions. You guys watch that gauge for me, will you? Yeah, I would say that's enough compression. So what's going on here, guys? We got a clogged injector. That's reading, what is that, 205? 210? 215? I don't know. It's enough. Okay. Well, it's not okay, but I don't know what to do next. Is the plug fouled and that's the problem, or do we have a bad injector? I don't think I have a spare plug here that I can put in it. I'll go look though. It is a little oily, blackish looking, but it's not terribly wet. So for some reason the fuel is shut off, or this plug is bad. That's what we're down to. Or a bad injector. Bad injector, the fuel is being told to be shut off, or we got a bad spark plug. Okay, well that's sweet. Alright, I got a spark plug. I used one. We're going to try it. Alright guys, there you have it. It's the spark plug. I had to go through all that because it's got a fouled spark plug. It is not missing. It needs a new set of plugs. Alright guys, I'm gonna call the customer and see what he wants to do, and if he doesn't want them, he's gonna have to put spark plugs in it. So maybe we'll do that. I'll get back to you. Like once a month, so very short. So like I'd say like I think he's like talking like 5 miles over the once a month over the last probably a year, maybe longer. So the spark plugs are just getting fouled. It's not getting warmed up enough. So it's only got 20,000, so it might work. Maybe that plug was just bad. This does have the AFM on it, so obviously that computer can play tricks on you. So it seems to be able to shut off coils and injectors, whatever it wants to do. So yeah, so we're just gonna do the one plug. It actually, he wanted service on it too, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the service while I'm waiting for Rallies to bring me one spark plug, and they're probably gonna call me and ask me if I want the other 7. But anyways, yeah, so I gotta get moving, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the oil changed and get all the fluids checked and get her all ready to go. So I'll come back on when I go ahead and get that spark plug here and go ahead and put it in. So see you guys in a few minutes. Next oil change. So I got our single spark plug, and the gap on these is 37 to 43, so we're gonna go right at 40, and the torque is 15 foot-pounds. We're gonna torque it. It is a iridium plug, and I'm gonna be extremely careful when I gap this. I don't know if we're supposed to be gapping these or not, but I'm just gonna check it. Yeah, it's right at 40. I'm not gonna force it. And this is my laying gapping tool, and I took a black magic marker and rubbed it all over there, and then I wiped it off. And then this thing here is for opening the plugs up. You just stick it in there. I'm not gonna do it risk damaging this plug, but you stick it in there and you can open it up. I'm not sure how you're supposed to close the gap. I either tap on it or use a hammer. Okay, so that plug is ready. I'll get some grease, and we're going to go put this in, and we're going to go for a drive. This is a pretty nice truck. The guy said I could take it for a drive. I get to drive them anyways because I work on them. It's kind of like a privilege thing. Okay. So I think I showed you guys pretty good before what I was doing. I'm just going to put you guys right up here. And it should be fairly easy because it's just in there finger tight. I didn't even tighten it. That's how I roll. Yeah, it's still finger tight. They got a lot of threads on these. It's way back in there. I could use the electric ratchet, but it's way back in there. So, the question I have and the question my customer has is, why did this plug go bad with 20,000 miles? Is it because of short trips, or is it a bad plug? Was it a bad plug? So if anybody's got a comment, I'd like to know what your opinion is. Alright, the new one's in there finger tight. I don't know what the best, maybe we'll try the long socket. Yeah, I think that's going to work. We'll get the torque wrench. So I got her set to 15 foot-pounds. I just got to get this thing on there. I went to 15.85. It doesn't feel tight enough, but we'll go what the book says. So next we'll put a little dielectric grease in the end of the wire. And that long socket is the trick for this one. And you want to push her on until she clicks. So I think next we just have to put this this beautification cover back on. So I got it. I think that went on there easier than it came off. Got the oil cover on. I've already checked and verified the oil level. So I believe we are ready to go. Let me pick up some tools and we'll get motoring. All right, guys. I think we're ready. Oh, I need the door opener. This is a nice truck. I'd like to show you the exhaust tips, but I'll get the plate in there. But yeah, we can look at the side. Big old wheels. So what are they? She's got the 22s. Yeah, they're big. She's a 4-door. Yeah, this thing's pretty sweet. Alright, let's get going. Oh, I want to grab the scanner. Alright, so I think I want to verify that there's no codes. So I'm going to do the smart detection again. And there is a code, so we'll go ahead and clear that off. Well, there's one in the transmission control module. We'll see what it is. And she's running really smooth. So it'll be interesting to see what we picked up here. Maybe I forgot to plug something in. Doesn't appear to be any service engine light on or check engine. I always call them the service engine light. I don't know. Why don't you guys leave me a comment about that too? Alright, well, we're not done yet. There's more modules. Alright, now we can go into the report. So yeah, I must have not cleared it out, or it detected a misfire again, so let's clear this out one more time. Alright, she's a green bill of health now. Well, there. When it checks the brake control module. Okay, so let's just go into the ECM just to make sure, and let's read the fault codes. So it didn't take long to set that DTC. So let's just go. I'm not going to watch any misfire counters because I'm sure some of the other plugs need to be cleaned out. So let's just set this down here and let's go for it, riding this baby. So it's been a little while since I've driven a pretty low mileage Chevy. I don't know which way we should go, but I think we are going to turn to the left. And we're going to go for a few miles. just to verify that everything is okay. And this has a Barola exhaust. The guy told me he bought this truck brand new, and he said he bought it like that. Or they might have asked him as an option, a dealer option. But she has Barola exhaust. And she's got a little rumble. There is a little vibration I can hear up here in the dash. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's the radio. It's not the radio. So far so good on our... I'm going to go ahead and check the codes again as we are driving. I can put this thing right on the steering. I don't know what that noise is, but that's really annoying. Yeah, we're good on our DTCs. I don't know if you guys can see that. I do not know what that noise is. Is it the heater blower? It's not the blower fan. Oh doggy, we're going over 65. We better slow this ride down. She just kind of purrs right along. And almost that noise is almost going with our speed. So the faster I go, the worse that noise is. I don't know what that noise is. I've never heard it. It sounds like... I don't know, a little electric motor running. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Yeah, so she's running beautiful. I did put a new sticker on and reset his light. I think we're good to go. He is going to try to do, when he does start it, he is going to try to do longer trips. So, kind of in the back of my head, I'm just thinking that's a bad spark plug because these things warm up pretty good. At least this one does. We're running at 210 already. I'm just thinking that spark plug went bad. I think we're good ahead to go. That car looks like a quarter mile down the road. I'll give her some Chevy Thunder. I don't want to beat on it too much. It's not my truck. Yeah, she's got some Chevy Thunder. There we go. I believe that car is still a quarter mile behind us. Yep, that noise is making that noise going this way too. It's like the wind is blowing through a reed. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Yep, this truck is running really nicely. I just have a hard time believing that spark plug went bad for no reason. So now we're doing 70. We're gonna slow this ride down. So either that was a bad plug, or something weird happened, or it's not getting warmed up. This is a direct injected. I guess I'm a little. I have heard of AC plugs just going bad. I have heard of that. Back in the day, AC plugs were to go to, and they never went bad unless you cracked one. So I don't know what's going on in today's world, but it ain't like it used to be. I'm going to tell you that. I don't hear anything abnormal other than that reed noise. So I think we'll head back to the shop. I'll finish cleaning up, and I'm gonna call her a day. That clock is wrong. It's only 4:53, but I done my cars. This was an extra one for today, so I even got it fixed, so that's good. Riley just ran me out one spark plug, no questions asked. It's pretty nice of him. So I'm sure they didn't make no money running that over to my shop. That car had a little fuzzy ball on the hood. Did you see that? I'm gonna have to ask the customer about this weird noise I'm complaining about. So right now at 55, okay, now that noise has gone away. And it's not a driveline vibration or anything like that. There's no driveline vibrations in this truck. And once we get back, we will verify that there is no codes. I'm sure we're going to be good. This truck does have the 8-speed, so at 45,000 miles, I've recommended to them that we get the mobile HP fluid inner. That's the recommended service for this transmission. It feels fine to me as of right now. Maybe a little sluggish on the downshifts, but I don't know if this has stop-start in it or not. I don't think it has stop-start, because it would have shut off right now. Alright, let's read this again. Let's go back out of here. Let's read everything. So far, so good. Two more way down there at the bottom. And the very bottom one, it doesn't have that one. Okay. We have a clean bill of health. For now, we have not completed a drive cycle. I'm not going to drive it through a drive cycle. I'm not even going to look to see how far the drive cycle is. Alright guys, there you go. It was a spark plug. I had to go through the whole diagnostic procedure to figure it out. That's partially because the computer had to have shut that coil off until I was playing around with it, and then it turned it back on. So I suppose you could have diagnosed this on a scanner, but I felt the easiest way is just to do what we did. And it was a little bit confusing. Usually you don't see a spark plug go bad unless it's oil fouled, and some of these will oil foul the plugs. This one was not. So alright guys, there you go. Thanks for watching, and hope you guys are having a good day, and you can catch me later. See ya.